I really be trying to do my best, but I tell you, sometimes the more we do, the worse we feel for ourselves because of how people treat us. So hey y'all, welcome to Lovely J Podcast with Coco. And I'm just sitting here, I'm getting ready to do this, peach cobbler. I really want to do it. I've never done one from scratch before. I've always used the canned goods to do, but today got some fresh peaches in here. I'm a little upset, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it seems like everything I have I'm going to tell you, you can only take so much before you just finally got to say something. And I'm going to try to use my words wisely and not, just let it, sound all bad. But we really have mean people out here in this world. And I'm going to have to try to use the best parts of these peaches because they look like somebody already cut them open. And they are rotten. Ooh, one so rotten it fell apart. So this stuff was given to me. I didn't buy it. And let me see this bag. Ooh, somebody really, they mashed that all the way up. Well, I don't know if I'm going to get much peaches out of this, but I do have a can of peaches that I can add with it, just in case. But anyways, how I'm feeling today is, there are times when I do get tired of doing things for people that don't appreciate me. I mean, at least, it ain't even about appreciation. It's about doing things for people who harass you. And they harassing you. And they know they harassing you. I can't help how some things in my life are, at this point right now. I'm doing the best I can with what I have. I'm a single mother. My children are adults. Just turned 48. And really, the only thing I like to do at this point is go to church and mind my business. That's what I like to do. But even when I go to church, I'm harassed to a certain degree, a certain level. Can't wear certain clothing, or I can wear it, but then, a lot of people they're going to wear the same thing I got on, the same color. They color coordinate just to make me feel, like I'm doing something wrong. I'm cutting these peaches up, y'all. I haven't cut a peach in forever. Ooh, almost forgetting how to do it. But it feels good to cut a peach. Yeah. Ooh, that's relaxing already. I don't know, we might change this subject. Okay. But anyways, it do feel a lot better. Anyways, people be trying to make me feel bad about how I live and things I have. But like I said, I'm a single woman. I'm disabled. I don't come on this app trying to pretend like I'm rich or like I know it all. There was a time in my life when my dream was to become, at the top of my game in the music industry. And then once I got in there, I realized that if you're not, I still have good intentions for the music industry, especially the gospel industry. But once I got in there, in the gospel industry, I started realizing that you got to be part of a certain clique in order for people to even entertain your name. And that just wasn't me. So when I got blacklisted from the gospel music, it didn't bother me at all because I went from getting people whose name wasn't well known anyway. A lot of the people that I was playing music for, their name wasn't. Let's smell that. Oh, peaches smell so good. Their name wasn't that well known, They were just like I was. They were trying. They were some of them have been singing 15, 20 years and still, nobody still knows who they are to this day. And I was just really trying to do my part to spread the good news. I started out, just really wanting to spread the news about God and gospel music. And then when I started learning that some of the artists are nasty in attitude and that it's really not about God when it comes down to artistry. It's really about the art versus who created the art, who gave you the talent. They sing about who gave the talent, but the background is different. Okay? So anyways, being blacklisted comes with its things because you got to deal with people in your own family who have blacklisted you too. You don't just get blacklisted from society. You get blacklisted from your family or estranged family, however you want to call them, but your family will not treat you the same because they want to fit in with what everybody else is doing because they see how you getting treated, so they don't want to be treated like that. Anyways, these peaches are so fresh, Millie. I'm glad they soft too because this peach is gonna be sweet. I used to work in peaches when I was younger. Let's see. Let's keep going. Anyways, I write certain ways, and sometimes my brain does not process things like the way a normal brain would because of the PTSD that I was, when it was active, it destroyed some things in me. And not only that, drug abuse, I'm a former drug addict. That destroyed some cells, I'm pretty sure of, that God has replaced. Amen. And, what else? And just going through narcissistic abuse. And this is something people don't realize. When you stay in these relationships where people are constantly harassing you like that, and you're in the relationship of it, it damages your brain cells. So I feel like this. If my family keep doing that to me, I'm not going to just keep playing with my mind like that. I know I write funny. I know I do a lot of marking out when I write. I do. I have to do that because that's how my brain functions. I may be thinking one thing and I write one thing, but it's not written correctly because of how my brain is wired. Although I know the correct way to do it, it just don't come out on paper like that. And so once I figure out what's wrong, I'll go ahead and scratch it out. I'm bad at scratching things out. Shout out to all of us who scratch stuff out all the time. We start writing and we need scrap sheets of paper after scrap sheet of paper. We could be making a grocery list and we need a scrap sheet of paper before we can write the real list. That's how we function. Ain't nobody telling y'all got to function like us, and you're not going to make me feel bad about that because that's what gets me through. That helps me to remember. I didn't say I was all that. That's some of y'all putting that mess out there. Trying to make me seem like something wrong with me when it's not me. It's you, because if you got to copy everything I do or try to make me feel bad about things, it's not me. All right. Anyways, I noticed that some family members were doing it. They were trying to dress like me. They were trying to wear their hair like me. They were trying to talk like me. And the thing they don't realize is that God didn't make them me. So good luck on trying to be me. You're going to feel uncomfortable. Because, honey, I know me. All right. So that wasn't said to have a pity story. I just need to get that off my chest, because sometimes just working around people that think you stupid, it helps to relieve it some kind of way, in a positive way. I don't feel like I said it in a bad way. In a positive way. Now, let's talk about Manjaro. I want to talk about that a little bit while I'm sitting here just cutting these peaches. It feels so good. It feels so good cutting peaches. It really do. And I like the fact that I got to try to save these little peaches. I got to try to save the ones that are good. And I'm going to tell you something that I learned about peaches. I started working in peaches when I was 11 years old. That was my first job. My first job that I ever got a paycheck was working in peaches. And I was grading the peaches, and we would have to pick out the soft peaches from the good peaches. Peaches that had rotten spots, we had to throw them to the one side, and the ones that had soft spots, we had to put them in another side. Because sometimes people would come by the soft ones to do just what I'm fixing to do, make a peach cobbler. So that's why it don't really hurt my feelings to see some of these peaches soft, because when they get soft like that, sometimes that's the sweeter they get. They be sweet. They be all the way ripe, which means you got a lot of sugar on your hands. But don't say I said it, but yeah. I'm not talking about soft till they rotten. I'm talking about soft till they sweet. And then, you can cut that rotten spot off. And you still gonna have you some good eats. Yeah, I was working at that pack house. I was 11 years old. My mom and daddy had to sign for me to go work at the social service office. And that's where my biological dad and mom, that's all they did was farm work. They lived on the farm for a man named Edward DeWitt. They worked for him from the time they were about 11, 10 years old. My daddy's parents lived on the farm and worked for that family. And so when he grew up, he grew up on the same farm, and, they still worked for him. I'm looking at these peaches, and I'm thinking I don't have enough peaches for 2 boxes of cake mix, but we'll see. What else? Yeah, so they were kind of like on a plantation. My great-grandparents were, and my grandparents and my parents. They grew up, they didn't change names or nothing. They continued to work for the same man that my grandma and grandpa worked for, and I guess their parents had worked for. Anyways, I got old enough to work, and I went to work with my biological dad and mom. And this peach job was a summer job. They kept the men separated from the women, because they didn't want the men getting distracted, nor, bringing the law out there, because, these were immigrant workers. I ended up having a baby by one of the immigrant workers, which is my daughter, Jessica. And I guess I'm done cutting these peaches. I didn't get as many as I wanted. Y'all pray for this little cobbler to come out good, because I did not get as many peaches as I wanted. And now I see why they were trying to keep the immigrant workers away from the regular workers, because they was over here on work visas, which back then I didn't have an understanding of what a work visa was, any of that stuff. I was 15 when I got pregnant by that man. 15 years old. And, I don't need this. Okay. I gotta get this here done. I wonder if I got some more peaches over there. It would be nice if I did have some. Anyways, once I had my baby, you know, I went to go try to collect child support. And back then, you know, you don't play with them immigrant workers because the boss was mean. I'm sorry that air came on, y'all. I do apologize for that. Because I listened back one day to how that air sounds, and that air sounds really loud. Anyway, we to go collect call myself going to take out child support. And the boss said, get away from here and don't come back. Now, this was Gallimore at the time because the guy I was talking to, he moved to a new camp location. He said, get away. Don't come back no more. And then on top of that, he said, you should have kept your damn legs closed. He said that to me, y'all. Yes, he did. He said you should have kept your damn legs closed. Now, that's in his words. That's exactly how he said. That's a quote, by the way. That's not me saying that, but that's how he said it. And at that time, being young and naive, I didn't think there were people out here like that. I thought for sure that you know, they would take my side on things of trying to get child support. Because, you know, there's different sides of this thing of how social services and all that works. 1 minute they want you to go after the guy, but that's only if he's black. They want you to go and pursue full child support for him. But if you get with an immigrant worker that's out here contracted and his visa's with a well-known company, you're not going to get no help because the food chain is reliant upon these immigrant workers. And social services and nobody else is going to help you get the child support you need because of how big a name you're going to start messing with. You're going to start dealing with big names that are out here behind a lot of these foods. And them people is not going to allow you to mess their name up. So that's what happened. They would not allow me to get no child support. None. I went for 17 years trying to get child support. It was even this place. I forgot what the name of that place was. The commercial kept coming on TV saying if you have a child by immigrant workers, you can file for this and we'll help you get the child support you need. I was turned down by them. I was turned down by social service many times because they just didn't want to pursue that type of case because they knew they were going to be dealing with some big dogs. My bad, y'all. I was recording this. I got one can of peaches here I'm going to put in here to go along with these fresh ones since it didn't make too much. It didn't make too much, so I got to add it. Got to do it. Okay, there we go. We filled up now. It's still going to be a little pruny one, but they want peach cobbler, so I can't add no other can goods into it. Yeah, them big name people, they will not let you mess with their immigrant workers. And that's why, you know, it's been in the news about the immigrants and how they taking over in certain parts. Good luck, people who are in those areas where they're taking over it. Because I can tell you right now, they are not going to let those immigrants go. Because those immigrants bring a lot of money into the United States. They may be immigrants, they may be dangerous, but right now the United States is thinking about money-wise. They're not thinking about your health. They're not thinking about you being safe. Let me see. Gotta ask this girl if she get some brown sugar. Cause, honey child, y'all hold on just a minute. Let's see. I hope she answers about this brown sugar. Yeah, it's a big market for immigrants. Immigrants are just as trafficked as we are. That's why you see that Venezuelan gang, you know, they're talking about it a lot. But that's because they go and get those immigrant workers and they traffic them. Them gangs know where the money is. The money is in trafficking. And that's what they're doing. And the government knows that too, but they're not going to tell y'all everything. I wonder if I could make this like... Oh, man. I got so many ideas of how I could go about doing this cobbler. I could make it like a cake, and then I could put one box of it on top and still let it be like the crumbles. I don't have the brown sugar. Let's see. Y'all, excuse me for a second. I gotta call my daughter and see if she got the brown sugar. Hey, did you get the brown sugar? Okay, I'm making this now, but you know what? That did not make as many peaches as I thought it was gonna make. I think my eyes got bigger than it should have been, and a lot of them peaches were bad. But I cut them all the way to the core, as good a spot as I could get. Yup. Look at the pictures I sent you in the inbox. I mean, some of them, as soon as I picked them open, they picked them up, they split open. Yeah. Well, not. I mean, if you don't want it like sweet, I mean, we don't, because the whipped cream can certainly sweeten it. But I got another thing too. You want me to just make this cake like a regular cake, or to just do the way they put it over top? It might be enough if I just make it like a regular cake, but it's not going to take 2 boxes. I thought it was till the peaches didn't come up right. I actually put an extra can of peaches in it to try to stretch it out. That's how little it was. I'm going to make a regular cake mix batter. Oh, should I? Yeah, dump cake. But last time I tried to add butter on the cake, it just melted in there. It didn't, I don't know. I'm gonna figure something out. But if you don't want the brown sugar in there, then I ain't gotta put it in there. Cause some of these peaches should be naturally sweet. Because, you know, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna put you didn't put it on the plate. I better go put it in the refrigerator, come think about it. Okay, I'm just gonna cook this regular then. Alright. Well. So y'all, we're gonna do this regular. Sorry about that, guys. Let me go put this whipped cream in the fridge. So I'm going to tell y'all what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and do it now. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some of this ground cinnamon over the peaches. That should be enough right there. And I'm going to I'm going to add a pinch of nutmeg to the batter. I got to hurry up too, y'all, because I got to get this trash up. I was cleaning my cabinets out. Oven on. Come on, light work. I had to heat me some water up so that I can wash out a pan. I don't have bowls here. I'm really thinking I'm just going to pour this cake. I'm going to make this cake mix. And then I'm going to just pour it over into here with the peaches. I'm going to use just a little bit of nutmeg. Just to sprinkle across there. It don't take much. Too much will make it strong. We don't want strong. We want good. Yeah, but getting back to the immigrant story, just working with these peaches just made me think of that, about how challenging that was back in the 90s. That was I worked in that pack house from the 80s, I think around 88 or 89 up until 92, 93. That's how long I worked there. My first check was $43. And that was for a whole week of working there. The peaches smell so good. I guess I can add a little bit of butter on. Gonna let y'all know how this be. Peaches gotta have butter. If you're doing a cobbler, I mean, that's the taste you look for right there. Oh, I like getting this out like this. I might start buying my butter like this. Make it so much easier to work with. Oops. Sure does. Yeah, but looking back over this migrant crisis thing, it's all about money. Because migrants have brought so much money here. You know, back in the days, in slavery days, it was the slaves that were bringing the money in. But now it's the Hispanic population that is bringing the money in. And that sometimes, it's a challenge for the black races out here. Because we get treated like crap regardless. I'm going to mix these in like this. Yeah, I got this all mixed and ready to go. I'm going to taste one of these peaches. What do you think? 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 Ooh. Oh no. She gonna have to bring that sugar. I'm glad I tasted one. See, I tasted these peaches, and they're not sweet. They're not sweet, y'all. If y'all want to know what kind of peaches this is, well, usually in a peach cobbler anyway, you gotta add some sugar. I mean, this here just ain't sweet at all. I thought that can was gonna help. It didn't help. These is Pride of the Ridge Verte Crate peaches. Southern peaches. I like the way they cut. I might buy peaches from now on. I like that. But honey child, you might can eat them. You might can eat them like it on your own like that, but not. Nah, you gotta have something sweet to go with that. If you just own the farm or you walking somewhere and you just want a peach, a regular peach, that's fine. But for a cobbler, this ain't gonna work with no cobbler. That's not gonna work at all. Yeah. Well, y'all, I'm not gonna be on here long. Like I said, I got some things I need to take care of today, and I'm gonna wait for her to bring the sugar up here to finish this. But meanwhile, I'm gonna go ahead and be breaking down some boxes and things, cause I try to get this cabinet cleaned out today. I got goals for this cabinet. I wanna just get it cleaned out because I'm having some issues with spiders, and I don't really use the cabinet, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't use the cabinets because I don't have anything to put in them except for like miscellaneous items, maybe like pencils or something. Put in a cup, set it up in the cabinet. I don't have plates. I don't have a lot of pots and pans. I just have basic, bare minimum. Ooh, that's Emery calling me. I meant to turn my thing off, y'all. Well, y'all, let me go and call this baby. That's my youngest granddaughter. I'm finna hit her back up. Alright, peace, love, and happiness. I'll let y'all know how hold up, before I go, I'll let y'all know how it turns out. But y'all need to go and follow me on Lovely J Podcast if you want to see how this peach cobbler is going to turn out. And what else? I will put my recipe down how I'm doing this. I'm just going to put it down how I'm doing it. I can't say for others, but just go follow. Follow. All right, y'all. Lovely J Podcast, and also on YouTube, Lovely J Podcast. That's how you can keep up with me on Facebook and YouTube. TikTok, I'm at Miss Coco Boughton. Again, peace, love, and happiness.